Biden's speechwriters have their work cut out for them for tomorrow night. State of the Union address. One America's Nathaniel Manner has more.
The State of the Union is almost here, as many expect a divisive speech meant to smear Republicans as threats to democracy. Here to talk more about this is the founder of Freedom Alliance, LLC, Daniel Bowles. Daniel, thank you so much for coming on today.
Daniel, my pleasure. Hope that our words today will be beneficial to you and your listeners.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. All right, so under the Biden administration, we've seen a record high inflation rate. 72%, a million illegal aliens have entered the country, and now conflicts breaking out around Ukraine and the Middle East with no end in sight. So how will Biden try to spin this during Thursday's address?
Nathaniel, that's the key point, isn't it? Spin. Americans are tired of the spin, aren't we? We're frustrated. We're frustrated with the lies that continually come out of D.C. trying to direct us in one direction or another. He'll spin it as best that he can, right? Reading from his prompters as best that will happen. But the bottom line, Nathaniel, is this: they're lies. They will be lies. Their entire operation is based on lies. And if I might, I am talking about my book. Hopefully, here, chapter 5 in my book talks about this very issue of lies, where they come from, why in the political spectrum, and why they are here today. And of course, the author of the big lie was Hitler in Mein Kampf, and then later followed by his marketing chief Goebbels. And he said, if you tell a lie often enough, and if it's big enough, that in time you actually will become believing in the actual lie that you're perpetrating. So that's a long answer to your simple question, but we're going to be in for a lot more lies. I'll just say it that way, Nathaniel.
Well, I mean, right, like we saw last year that Biden claimed that Republicans want to cut Medicare and Social Security benefits, even though that the House Freedom Caucus actually came out and promoted to protecting entitlements, basically. So what do you think Biden will say about Republicans this year at the State of the Union?
He'll continue on their current theme, and that is Trump and conservatives in America are a threat to democracy. And common sense Americans know that the absolute opposite is true. And that is a strategy from good old Saul Alinsky and his rules for radicals. Claim your opponent to be doing the very thing that you, in fact, are doing. I think the American electorate are getting a lot wiser to this. But the question still is why do they continue down this path? And one way that they are able to have success, to the degree that they are having success, is that our educational environment since the 60s has been polluted and infiltrated by the radical left. They know, as did Karl Marx and Lenin and all the other communists and socialists, that if you control the education of an individual, of a society, if you control it and basically dumb down individuals so that they become ideologues instead of critical thinking citizens, that you're on your way to controlling and manipulating that society. And Nathaniel, that's where we're at. We've been at it for a long time. And if I might put a plug in for the reason my book was written, and that is to make a case for a new federal monument, the Statue of Enduring Freedom, to be placed on the West Coast, to be a complement to Lady Liberty standing on the East Coast. And the whole mission of this monument is to reboot American education so that current and future generations of young people who will be running our country when you and I are, pushing up roses, as it were, from the grave, that they will not become suspect to the propaganda that many youth right now are, in fact, factors or products of.
All right, so I want to shift gears now, if you will, to the left's infighting, particularly among third-party candidates running to the left of Joe Biden, like Cornel West and Jill Stein. Now, given the split between Democrats, specifically over the Israel-Hamas war, do you think that Joe Biden has the momentum to win re-election? Can he actually beat Donald Trump in November?
Nathaniel, he's in the proverbial between a rock and a hard spot. Why is that? Because the left, the radical component of the Democrat Party, are the ones that basically got him into where he is today, and so he can't, flip them off because he knows that he basically is indebted to them, and that they're also, by definition, they're radical. So he can't he cannot disavow his stated support of Israel, which he has done to his credit so far. He cannot just simply disavow that and flip gears without losing a large segment of that radical left component from the Democrat Party.
All right, well, Daniel Bowles, author of America's Freedom Megaphone, The Case for Building the Statue of Enduring Freedom. It was great to talk with you today.
Nathaniel, thank you. You're a good man. May God bless America.
Oh, thank you. God bless you too, sir.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.